Let's go. I hate to do this, but I can't find a container big enough for this. I've gotten to a point that I kind of know all of my Hoyas if I lose the label, but I don't want to get to that point because some look quite alike. There you go. So where do I put the label? Huh? I don't want to put it on your face, and I can't put it over there. So yeah, it's gonna have to be on your cheek. How's that? Hello, my planty family. How are you? Hopefully everything is well with you. If you are new here, my nickname is Nina, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate every single one of you. I have been going through several situations that have been putting my plants in, not say last place, but I've had other priorities that I've had to take care of. I've had several MRIs for my health, and tomorrow I have the doctor's appointment and see what happens. And I've waited very long to find out what is going on. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully I'll put everything in God's hands and whatever He decides. And well, so I decided to take care of my plants. I haven't been on top of them lately, and I started noticing that some of them were dying, and I was like, no. I have to start taking care of these plants and repotting them. And I had it all set up, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna film it. I haven't filmed in a while, and I really do apologize for that. I know there's some very faithful subscribers, and I really appreciate every single one of you. So we're gonna go ahead and do a major repot of my baby plants that the cuttings were in test tubes, and they were aside. Some were repotted in aeroid mix and put inside the cabinet, Millsville cabinet, and some were put on the balcony. And you know, I said it's time to repot these and put them where they should be permanently in there, and we'll see how they react. But I am sad that some did not make it, and it's totally my fault. And I said, no, you know, I have to do something. I have to do something. I'm not going to let them all die. It's like, no, that wasn't why I went into this plant video. And I love plants, and I want to take care of them. And I feel sad that some passed away. So I am going to take hold of the situation. I'm going to go and repot these with you. So if you like the video, thumbs up, activate the bell, subscribe. I invite you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I do have a Spanish-speaking channel, which is Nina Suculentas y Más. I have been posting some Hoya blooms on my Instagram channel. I do have one. It's called Plant Life with Nina, and also Nina Suculentas y Más. So I invite you to go over there and see the blooms that I have been putting on there. And then very, very beautiful springtime, you know, they go crazy with blooms. I have several out on the balcony that are going to be blooming soon. And yeah, they just bring so much joy into my life. So we're gonna go ahead and do the repot. Okay, the roosters are active today. So if I remember, I will be adding the Mycorrhizae Great White into the repots. And I have been starting to pour out all the substrate of some of these that I have. And it's really cleanup time here. I'm going to start using recycling the soil that the aeroid mix. It's still good. I feel so bad that this happened and it got to this point. So I'm gonna try to not let that happen again. I've been on a little down spiral, and it has been sad for me to see this. but more than half are still alive, which is good. Okay, I have 2 retusas that I'm going to consolidate in one. And I'm gonna put it in this pot. And I do have this plastic container. I just made some holes on the bottom of the plastic container. So we're gonna go ahead and repot. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of soil. Hopefully it has better leaf. Okay, it has one root. We'll just put that one in there. My other 2 retusas are doing very well. And one is in the Mills bowl and one is outside, and they're both doing very well in both conditions. One I have in Pond and one I have in Aroid Mix, and they're both doing very well in both substrates. Okay, the second one had a little bit more roots, and I see that some of the roots are aerial, so we're gonna go ahead and just fill it up. So, okay, let's just center it a little, being very gentle with it. Okay, and I'm just gonna peel off the name, the label. Okay, and I wonder if I can stick it on here without having any problem flying out. These are pretty good labels, and so far they have worked very well, and they do not diminish, they do not fade, which is good. Okay, so we have one down, Hoya retusa. This one's gonna be outside. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna put it in this pot, and it has a little mesh on the bottom to cover the hole, so most of the substrate will not go through there. This is the Hoya incresata variegated, and look, it's a little dry. It has not been watered. Hopefully it will not have any root rot, but it's still green. So, and I have another one. Okay, this is the other one that I had, and the roots are there. It has very little or no water now, but I have been putting water in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and unite these two, combine them both. There is the roots. And I have to cut the top without hurting the plant. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna unite these two. This one was in the test tube, this was in the storage box, the prop box, and it was a little dry, so we're going to combine those two. Okay, so we're going to put in this one from the test tube right over here. I already put some mycorrhizae, and we're going to see how this one is. Very gently. Okay. Position it in a way that will look good. Let's see. Let's put these two together. How's that? Make some space. Okay. And start backfilling. Okay, so I've put in the label, Hoya incresata variegated, and backfilled, and it doesn't look like it's rotted. The roots looks a little dry, but not much. So I think I got them just in time. So that's another one down. Now this one, if you recall, this one, okay, let me tell you the difference. This is the Hoya Idaho. MB1432. This one was in the Millsbo Tall, and this one was in the prop box. So it was a little dry, but it's still green. One is greener than the other in color and intensity, but they're both growing. One is younger than the other. So we're gonna go ahead and pop these up in this container, in the plastic container. Okay, so we're good. Let's just backfill. You know what? I think that is it for the soil that I had on hand. And I'm gonna use some new aeroid mix. Okay, so the Hoya Idaho, the one that was in the Millsbo, looks like it has really nice roots. We'll see the roots on this one here. I don't know if you recall that this one was on a coconut half, and it dried up. It did not like it very well. I thought it would, since that's the way that I had bought it, and it did not progress very well. So the ones that progressed were the ones that were in aeroid mix, and they did very well. So both of these are in aero mix. Just one was inside the cabinet, and the other one was in the prop box. I already added the mycorrhizae, which I always tend to forget, but I remember this time, so I put it in there. And we'll probably put a stake or a little trellis, because this one's doing very well. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Okay, this is the Hoya Merrily, or Merrily, whichever you want to call it. This one was in the prop box. It was a little dry. I have the mother very well, and it's outside. So, yeah, this one's doing good. It's just a little dry. Okay, this one, I can only find this one, and I think I'm going to cut it around so then all this extra lid will not show. Anyway, I could do it right now. Let's go. I hate to do this, but I can't find a container big enough for this. It's just too high. So I've done this before, and it's just like, okay. Perfect. Okay, let's get that started then. Let's go with the aeroid mix. Mycorrhizae. And we're going to go ahead and get this one. This one's pinned down. Looks like the roots were coming out from the bottom. Okay, let's get you situated in there. Okay, I backfilled. The plastic container looks good. So here is the Hoya Merrily label. And we'll just see how that does. Make it a little, we should pin it down maybe. Continue to pin it down just to make sure it grabs good. We'll leave it like that. Okay, so that one's done. Another one bites the dust. This is the Hoya pubicalix. This is the regular, I believe it's a splash. And this one has its container there. And this was just a prop within the prop box. It looks good, maybe a little light, a little bleached, but the one that I have outside of the balcony gave me such beautiful flowers this week. really do like the flower, and yeah, it's just easy. It's a very easy plant to have. So you can see the roots there, they're doing very nicely. It's a very easy beginner's plant, and it has beautiful flowers. And I'm really happy with this plant, enough that I want to have more of it because it is so easy to take care of and very beautiful. I already put the mycorrhizae, so let's go and just backfill. It'll do good there. Let's get the label out. I've gotten to a point that I kind of know all of my Hoyas if I lose the label, but I don't want to get to that point because some look quite alike. There you go. Bulby calyx, and there you go. Okay, another one down. Now this one I am going to put in this smaller self-watering pot because it's not as big. This one is the Hoya Berternier Sanji. And I think it grows very well here. I have the other one outside in just a regular pot. I'm gonna try this one out in self-watering. So we'll see. Okay, I just put the mycorrhizae in there. Now we're just gonna go ahead and place this in such a way that we can see it better. Backfill, centralize it. Okay, and get that taken care of. You don't understand how it makes me feel to see these plants taken care of. It's like, oh, I feel so good when I know that they're doing well and that they're being taken care of. I just feel so sad, and it's like everything was on hold with me for a while. So let's get the label. Put it in the front. And there we go. Okay, and the next one that we have is the Hoya Affinis Red. And this one was in the IKEA Millsbow Tall. It's doing very well. It did like the humidity inside there, and it's growing very well. But it's already pretty much outgrown this little pot. So let's get it out of here. Carefully. Carefully. Oh, look at the roots. Very nice roots. Okay, this one has been repotted. I put in the trellis. I'm just gonna trellis it up a little bit without putting too much pressure in trellising, okay? You don't want it to backfire on you, so very, very gently. Okay, that'll do. And put a little butterfly right there. Okay. And there you go, the finished red Hoya. Okay, the next one is this one here, and as you can see, I've been having ferns growing in the substrate here. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking these out and placing them in my terrarium, which are growing very, very nicely. Okay, this one is the Hoya Hushkaliana variegated. Very, very beautiful. So I'm going to be getting it out of here and putting it into a bigger spot. So even though it is growing very nicely here, you know what? I'm gonna leave it like that. This one's growing very nicely, and I don't want to repot it more. It doesn't really need the extra space, and it's doing very well there. It's a very delicate one, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, let's place this one. This one needs help. This one's a Hoya EPC 1016. I have half of it is dead, and the other half is not, it's still alive. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out the dead one. As you can see, this one's the one that is dried, but the roots are still not fully dried off like a root rot. This one has died, so I'm gonna get this one out and then put this one in there. It's a little dry, but I think it will grow nicely. The roots are still not I don't see any root rot on the roots, so hopefully it has hope that it will grow nicely. I just added some mycorrhizae, so let's just backfill. Now I think I have a question mark on this one, and I'm not too sure it is the EPC 1016. So I did add it on there like I wasn't sure, and I will only know when the flower comes out, when it blooms. So where do I put the label, huh? I don't want to put it on your face, and I can't put it over there, so yeah, it's gonna have to be on your cheek. How's that? Okay. And there you go. Okay, the next one, the last Hoya that I have was one that got bent a little bit inside the prop box, a little dry, but it's still alive. So this is the Hoya Amonea verticillata, and Ascension code IML 1210. So let's give it. The mother is also a very slow grower, so I don't see that this one is out of the normal. Ooh, what a mess, Nina, what a mess. Oh, let's get you in there, situated properly, centralized. Okay, baby. What a mess. You could do better than that. What is that mess? Let's just make sure that it has its proper chance at living. Okay, that should do it. You all right, baby? Oh boy. you go. I already added the mycorrhizae. This is a begonia maculata. These are props. The mother passed away a while back, so I'm super happy that I have it. And I did put them in stratum, flugostratum, but now it's time to get out of there and put you in a proper pot. Okay, these props of the Begonia maculata were in my terrarium. The mother was in the terrarium, and I was noticing that this one in particular did not like the high humidity levels. Therefore, I took it out and I put them in flugostratum, and I took them out. First, I had them in a dome, and they liked it. They grew, but not as well. So my other one that I had several years ago, I had put it in the balcony, and they grew to large proportions. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on the balcony. I did add some aeroid mix, and I'm also putting the fluostratum in there. Just mix it up and backfill with aeroid mix. Now let's centralize these a little bit so they look somewhat better. Get the leaves out that I don't want to be buried within the aeroid mix. Lift them up and go ahead and backfill. Now, since this one already has the flugostratum that has a lot of nutrients, I'm not going to put the mycorrhizae. I could, but I think it's just got too much nutrients. I don't want to over-fertilize this plant. Flugostratum has a lot of minerals, and it's basically for aquariums also. So, let's see. Oh, you're gonna look so pretty. What is this one? This one? Oh, this one fell off. Shucks. Okay, and here we have the the Begonia maculata. Gonna be outside in the balcony where the one that I had previously, many years ago. I had it outside getting rainwater, and it loved it. It grew very, very large. So I have high hopes for this plant. So get this one out of inside and outside now. And I thought I was finished, but no, I have one more. This is a Ripsalis elliptica that I put inside my prop box. And it was in moss. It's a little dry, but it's growing very, very nicely. Okay, I'm gonna use this plastic pot, both plastic pots, to transplant this Ripsalis. Oh, it's so dry, my babies. I can't believe I did this. Okay, let's get this out. Oh, that was easy. Take out somewhat when it is dry. Okay, I'm not going to take any more out. So let's fill this up. The one that I have outside in the balcony is growing very nicely. So I'm going to do the same with this one. Mycorrhizae. And backfill. hopefully you enjoyed the video. I appreciate every single one of you that are here. I'm glad that these have their homes now. I feel better about the situation, and I'm gonna try not to let that happen again. And you know, I did buy them, and I am gonna take care of them. So yeah, I'm gonna be fertilizing them with GT Foliage Focus and Super Thrive diluted in water approximately every 2 weeks, and get them established and get them going strong. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on them, and hopefully everything will go well. So I'm gonna be putting some back here on my northeast facing window balcony, and the ones that are out there are doing beautifully. The blooms are beautiful. I have been very happy with the progress of them out there. And I also have the Millsbow Tall cabinet, which they have been receiving light approximately 8 to 10, maybe 12 hours a day. So that I at least have been very faithful in providing them with light and humidity. So we're gonna, hopefully everything goes well with that. May God bless you, your family, your pets, and your plants. Have a wonderful day, and see you for the next video. Bye.